Hello everyone, this is Boricua Binks, and welcome back to Let's Play The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, where we are continuing on in the first case of the game, the adventure of the Great Departure. Already saved, so now we can go back. So, any ideas about who might be behind this? If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit.
So, we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut.
Of course, we'll need evidence before we make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here.
But how? How can we possibly...
Remember how we made progress before?
Before?
We examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a new clue as a result.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything and make sure there's nothing we've missed,
Like the freaking card that guy gave us. The butler guy, right? The waiter. Because I'm very suspicious of him. Just, we gotta flip the card over. Yes! I knew it! I knew they were pulling a case one. Oh, the answer was there all along.
There's no time to lose. I want answers.
Are they gonna make me do it, or can I go in and do it now?
If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you the penalty will be severe.
Please, wait, Your Excellency! I had no idea about any of this. I swear to every Shinto god. I knew nothing.
And what does the defense have to say about all this,
Well, Your Excellency. Ugh, no time to think. I'm just gonna have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes into my head.
I think I'm just gonna do it now, because I don't know if they're gonna let me, or they were expecting me to already do it. So, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. We can look at this, we might as well. Is there anything in particular? Bullet wound. No, I don't think so. I'm very sure it's not this. I'm very sure it's the card. This thing. Waiter's business card. Alright, let's just turn this around, shall we? Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga. Primary Criminal Investigation Division. Imperial Police Bureau. What the hell? Wait, Hosonaga? That name is familiar. I'm confused. Hosonaga. Nani?
Well, that's unexpected.
Oh wait, he did say his name was Hosonaga. He just pretending to be a waiter, that's all. I was like, wait, the name sounds familiar. That is his name.
What is?
Look, do you see it says the witness's name here? Satoru Hosonaga.
Well, yes, business cards do tend to show the person's name. That's sort of the point.
Ryuunosuke, please.
It's not the name that's unexpected, it's his job title.
His job? Oh! Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau.
So what about him coughing blood? That makes me like, I don't know. I'm still suspicious of him.
Inspector? What on earth?
So it's the police then who are corrupt here?
I have no idea. But let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence, if they're wielding it somehow here.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I think that's what we needed, but let me also see if there's anything else. No, I don't think so. But let me look at people really quickly. No, he's an army sergeant. Okay. Just looking. Alright. Deep breaths.
Besides the prosecution, the only person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witnesses is...
Okay, I'm glad I did what I did, because I don't see an option for me to look at the court record. So they expected you to stop and look at it right there and then. Alright. So we know it's you.
Yes!
Who was shady from the beginning anyway.
Well, surely that would be Satoru Hosonaga-san.
Hosonaga-san, the waiter who took the stand earlier.
Objection!
Poppycock! What possible reason would the waiter have to make these witnesses give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not possibly have that level of influence.
For once, I would agree with you. If, that is, the man truly were a waiter.
Man, he always gets to say the coolest stuff, doesn't he? And then the music triggers. Oh, you're so cool, man.
Well, if he truly were...
Come on, Ryuunosuke. Time to hit this court with the truth. The truth about Satoru Hosonaga-san's real identity, as proven by this evidence.
Take this!
Yes!
I wish he would say that, but I get it.
The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in question. I agree it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything.
There's two sides, Judge! Flip it over! Ah! Sorry. Drives me crazy.
Sorry, Your Excellency, that's the back of the card. It's the back of the card that's of interest.
I beg your pardon? You said that weird.
Or perhaps I should have said the front? Yes! It's the front of the back of the card. That's where the telling detail is.
Buddy, why are you like this?
He's like, okay, whatever. Would somebody please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say?
Just flip it over, you lazy bum.
Hosonaga-san sketched the plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of his business card. The front of that business card reveals the man in question's profession, his true profession. The waiter's profession, but that's surely... Good gracious! That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads, Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau.
Wow, that's a long title.
What? The waiter is a police detective?
How did you not know that? Y'all never crossed paths or something?
I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before?
Because you're a nobody, I guess.
The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power, absolute power, as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witnesses there in the stand. Was it in fact the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen this foreign gentlewoman at the scene?
Well...
Hold it! It must be him. Yep. Here we go. Ooh, evil music time?
Inspector Hosonaga!
The baby's upset. Aww. Oh shoot, I forgot what voice I gave you. It's been a while. Man,
I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility.
Yep, I saw he was nervous at that time. Yep. You shady motherfucker. Sorry.
Yes, I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card.
I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle. But I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. It was an unusually careless mistake.
So, you mean to say, you really are a detective?
But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Of course, your salary must be terrible.
Shut up, fool. I was working undercover.
Undercover?
Yes, there have been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter, working undercover.
Incidents at the restaurant. What kind of incidents?
That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide.
I don't believe you.
Very well then, Inspector Hosonaga. But you will elaborate on one point for the court. Of course, Your Excellency. We have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would also have been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you required these witnesses to be in agreement.
This judge is so sharp compared to the usual one. It's kind of weird.
Would that be correct?
Yeah, I think you're sick, bro.
Correct, Your Excellency.
Unbelievable!
As I suspected.
As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair, and beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady, whom I guessed to be an Englishwoman.
So the truth comes out.
I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the Bureau. It was then that I received some special orders.
Special orders? You mean to say...
Remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once. It was made clear that the Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders.
But what if this Englishwoman was the killer?
I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea.
Okay, then we'll just pin it on you. I don't know.
The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment.
Even to the point of letting her get away with murder, apparently.
An Englishman has been murdered on our soil. To name an English woman as the primary suspect. Well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question.
So that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case.
But it's not right.
That's messed up. Politics get in the way of so many things. Okay, now what?
One possibility does spring to mind.
What do you mean, Kazuma?
Yume University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain, and I'm fairly certain that one of them, studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory, is a young Englishwoman.
Ah, he already knows who it is then.
What?
You're a shrewd man. We can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour.
You mean...
When I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to check her identity first. And the court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector. The English woman sitting at the university professor's table was a certain Miss Giselle Brett.
Giselle Brett or Giselle? Looks like Giselle. Giselle Brett? Something Brat, maybe? I don't know. I was trying to figure out the pun for her name.
She is indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory of Yume University's medical faculty.
What? What is happening here?
Oh, it's typical Ace Attorney.
We admit that under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene.
Oh my god, stop pushing your poor baby back there. He just does that randomly sometimes.
And ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies. It must now be up to your excellency to decide how to deal with this situation.
He seems like a good man, though. I'm hoping that he's not gonna fall into the whole politics of it and be like, no, we gotta do the right thing.
Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone. However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a desecration of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point.
Objection!
But, Your Excellency, that would mean missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send a telegraphic report to Great Britain. Our own government will surely be very displeased by such actions.
Calm yourself, Counsel.
I almost said Iago. I don't know why. My whole life, I've always gone back to that. Calm yourself, Iago. Like, I think that a lot. Like when I'm feeling anxious or something. Oh, Jafar, you sexy evil man. He's not even that physically attractive, but I don't know. There's something about him that I've always kind of liked him too much. Oh well.
I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceedings of my courtroom.
You go, Judge. I like you.
Inspector Hosonaga.
Yes, sir.
You will locate this Giselle Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency. At once, Your Excellency.
But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau.
As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly.
So, it won't be a problem?
He might lose this job, but I don't know. He might end up as an actual waiter. I don't know. This man straight up dying, yo. Oh. Interesting. That's an interesting look for him. I'm finding you more likable now, but I'm kind of worried that you're gonna drop dead from tuberculosis at this point. That's kind of sad. Unless you are the villain. Maybe you did do it? I don't know.
Nothing will get in my way.
That was a very protagonist kind of moment there.
Court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution must call the English student Giselle Brett to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear?
Yes. Your Excellency!
Weird to see him bow like that.
Good. Then we will have a 30-minute recess before reconvening.
That gives Kazuma and Ryuunosuke time to go make out.
Oh, you're so hot. No, you're so hot. Oh.
Love it. Alright. This is a good place to stop it then. Kind of early, but you know what? Whatever, it's fine. Short episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. And until next time, have a nice day. Adios!